Hey, what's going on, you guys? Everybody's little boy Map, right? Yes, I made my birthday video. I don't know if it's up yet right now, but it should be, so go check that out. But let's get to The Walking Dead like you guys are here for. So, I got all my notes down, and we're going to get started. At first, I didn't like this episode. I was a little disappointed in it, but 30 minutes in, it got good. So let's talk about that. I'll go first with, like, the not very important stuff. So, Abraham is sort of, like, not there yet, but he's going to be cheating on what's her face, Rosita. You know, he hasn't really gotten there yet, but he's been kind of flirty. If you don't know, you know, he's in a relationship with Rosita, but he's been like talking to Sasha and being kind of flirty with Sasha. So, and even in the comics, he cheats. So I think that's coming up. And you know, this was really kind of a talk episode. It was one of those episodes where like they, you know, like they just sort of build plot, you know. But what else happened? So, okay, that's not important. One thing that is big is Maggie is pregnant. They sort of teetered with that all episode. They sort of teased us with it, gave kind of hints, in my opinion, I think at least. And in the end, they sort of showed Maggie is pregnant. However, they did get a doctor. What they did is they went and they found Jesus' group, Jesus. I'm going to call him Jesus at least. They went and they found Jesus' group, and he had people there, and it was the Hilltop, if you've read the comics before. It's been a long time since I read the comics. I know I say this every week, so I don't know that much about it. I do know the Hilltop's good, though. I remember that. So the Hilltop's good. So yeah, they find the Hilltop. They find Jesus, and you know they sort of Rick's group sort of bargain, and they decide that for 50% of their food they will do something for them, and we'll talk about that in a second. At the Hilltop, probably the biggest thing that happened this episode, probably the reason why you guys clicked on this video, Negan shows up. Yes, they didn't show much of Negan. They showed some of him. I'm going to set this up so I don't have to look down. I can just look. You know, they showed some of him, and from what I saw, I wasn't that impressed, honestly. I expected more, and Negan is a very hard role to, you know, to fit in, you know. Like, you know, Trev's Chan, if you've watched him, he's talked about this before. I completely agree. That's a hard role to fit in. Because, you know, if you read the comics, he's cocky, he's arrogant, he's like a big statured guy. You know, you get a feeling when you were reading about him, you know, you got a feeling, you could tell the type of guy this was. You know, he was arrogant, ignorant, you know, cocky. You know, he had a reason to be cocky, though. You know, he could take care of himself. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. I can't really make a judgment yet because I haven't seen much of the character yet. It was only a little bit. They just gave you a little nibble of, I shouldn't say that. They gave us a little, you know, pinch of Negan, just a little bit. So, you know, I can't really judge his character. I'm sure next week I'll be able to talk more about it. But, so I wasn't too impressed by that, no. So far, at least. I know I sort of say that every single week. I say I'm not impressed with something. But, so they sort of get into a little, start off, you know, they sort of show what stirs the pot and what's going to start conflict between Rick and his group. And that is that, you know, Rick and Negan, something happens. Like, the leader of the Hilltop's name is Gregory, and Negan stabs Gregory, and then a big conflict happens between Rick's group, a little bit of the Hilltop, and Negan's group. And they all get in a fist fight. Rick and Negan get into a little, like, throw off. So, you know next week's going to definitely portray that and show what's going to happen there. But Rick killed Negan's brother. Oh, wait, was it Rick? Or was it Abraham? It was Rick. I take that. It was Rick. Rick kills Negan's brother. He stabs him right here, and blood shoots out. So Negan's brother's dead. So that, of course, ticked off Negan, and that stirred the pot, like I said, and we're gonna see the waves coming from that. Yeah. So then they get in a big fight, and then Rick, Maggie. They make Maggie the spokesperson for the Hilltop. Like, she's the one that talked to the leader of the Hilltop. Probably because she's hot. But, they agree that 50% of their food will go to Rick's group, and Rick will in turn, and his group, of course, in turn will make sure Negan doesn't kill them, and they'll provide protection, which I think they do in the comics as well. I don't remember. But, so yeah, that's about it. There was a lot of plot and, character development in this episode, which, of course, they have to do that. So you saw that, and that's about it. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maggie is pregnant and Negan is a thing. So we're going to see both those components next week. Can't wait to talk to you guys about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, my birthday was yesterday, and there's a video up about that. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll speak with you all again soon. And let's, once again, like in the other video, let's make it a bit more festive. I'll speak with you all again soon. It's your good old boy.